Hi, I'm Dana Merritt, and today we're going to learn about math made fun through playing cards, learning about algebra, specifically basic algebra. Algebra is a term that is scary to so many people because they don't understand that all it means is you're looking for the unknown variable. And today we're going to talk about basic algebra. This is algebra that you can do even with very young children who are just learning addition and subtraction. We're going to learn more today. What I want you to do next is I want you to take the Math Made Fun cards and I want you to separate the black cards from the red cards. The black cards are going to be the positive cards, the reds are going to be the negative. We're just going to use the blacks at first. And now what you do is lay down two cards, and what you're going to do is you're going to add 1 plus 7 equals 8. Lay down two cards. 10 plus 6 equals 16, and two more cards. 9 plus 2 equals 11. And to do an algebra equation, all you do is you're going to just flip over one card, flip over a card, flip over a card, and you would ask the child 1 plus what number equals 8, and hopefully they can tell you that it's a 7. What number plus 6 equals 16? The number is 10, and flip it over, and as they see it, that reinforces that they're getting it right. 9 plus what number equals 11? And the number is 2. And so that is the most basic way to do algebra with Math Made Fun through playing cards. Now, I want to teach you how to take this problem right here and write it as an algebra equation. And what you would do is you get this flipped over and you'd write down 1 plus n. N is going to stand for unknown variable, or the number that we don't know, equals 8. And the most important thing to learn when you do algebra is that the equal sign acts like a seesaw, and you want both sides to be leveled up. So whatever you do to one side of the equation, you must do the other side of the equation. And we're searching for that unknown variable. So what I want you to do is subtract 1 on this side because we're trying to get the n alone. So whatever you do to this side, you must do the other side. Subtract 1 over here. Draw this line, that is your equal sign. And now it's going to be n equals 8 minus 1 is the number 7. And as you come back over here, you flip this over, and as you flip this over, 1 plus 7 equals 8. It works every time. Do this with your children and they will love learning how to solve algebra problems at a young age. Now we're going to learn about the next level of algebra. And you want to do this when your children are already proficient in multiplying, dividing, adding, and subtracting positive and negative numbers. And so to do algebra at that level, what you're going to do is you're going to have this little acronym, and what it is PEMDAS. And with this acronym, it usually stands for Please Excuse My Dear Aunt Sally. I prefer the term Please Educate My Dear Aunt Sally. Educator about what? That we want to be sure to do this the American way. If you have an algebra equation, you want to do anything with the parentheses first, then any numbers that have an exponent. We won't be doing any with an exponent today. Then you want to multiply and divide in the left-right progression first, and then add and subtract in a left-right progression. So we're going to lay out an equation right now using the Math Made Fun cards. Now let's practice doing an algebra equation, practicing with multiplying, dividing, adding, and subtracting. What I want you to do is I want you to take the deck of cards, shuffle them together, the black and the red cards, and as you have the black and the red cards, you're going to have the red being a negative and the black being a positive. And remember, just like the blackjack, the ace is worth 11 points, face cards are worth 10. So I've gone ahead and I've laid out 6 cards, and I laid out 6 cards because there's 6 on the die. And so we could solve the equation just this way right here with -4, +1, +10, +9, -6, -3, and going going across and solving it like that. But because we're going to practice multiplying, what we want you to do is take the die, throw the die, and as I throw the die, it's going to be the first card. So we're going to multiply the first card by the second card. So I'm going to put in the times for multiplication in here, and that's going to be a negative 4 times 1. I'm going to throw the die one more time, and now it's going to be the third. So 1, 2, 3. I'm going to take the third card, multiply it by the fourth card. I'm going to pick this up, and now I'm going to make this a multiplication. And because you want to do whatever is being multiplied first and divide, we're going to put those inside of parentheses. And so I'm going to put a parentheses around this. I'm going to put a parentheses around 10 times 9. Put a parentheses around that. And now we're going to solve for this right here. And so this is going to be a negative 4. This is going to be a 90. This is going to be negative 6, negative 3. It's going to be negative 9. And as we solve this all the way across, negative 4 plus 90, negative 9, that's going to be a 77. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here and put this as equal to 77. And I'm going to put this as equal to 77. And this is really just a pre-algebra problem that we've done here because we have no unknown variables. Now, to give it an unknown variable, what I want to do is I'm going to take the die, and to take the die, I'm going to throw the die, and whatever number it lands on, 1 through 6, I'm going to flip that card over. That would be my unknown variable. So, dropping the die, it's the third one. So I'm going to flip over the third card, and I'm going to use this as my n, my unknown variable. So now, what's going to happen, we're going to solve inside of the parentheses first. This is going to be a negative 4. This is going to be 9 times n, which is 9n. It's going to be a positive. And then negative 6 and negative 3 is going to be a negative 9 equals 77. So we want to get the 9n all by itself. So a negative 4 and a negative 9. We're going to go ahead and solve this. 9n minus 13 equals 77. We're going to add 13 to both sides, and as I add 13 to both sides, because I'm wanting to get the n all by itself, that's going to be 9n is equal to 90. And now I'm going to solve both sides by dividing by 9, dividing by 9, and coming over here, n is equal to 10, a positive 10. And so I'm going to come right back here, flip over this card, and I'll show you that n is equal to 10. It works every time. Isn't that cool? And so as you do this, and as you have fun doing algebra with your children, they will get better and better at their math skills, and they'll be more successful, and they'll have fun. So please practice this with your children every day. Will be very good to help your children get better and better at math.